Kimura shoulder lock from side control. Starting in head and arm, I need to transition to reverse kesa, bringing my arm over his head into an overhook position, blocking his hip, and then switching my hips to put my left hip on the ground. Capturing the wrist with a C grip, I'm going to push his wrist to the floor next to his hip. My overhook arm should be in place to make a figure 4 grip. As soon as my hands are connected, I'll release my thumbs to make a stronger grip. Next, I need to switch my hips to face his head by rolling over and putting my right hip on the floor and then stepping over his head. This will prevent him from sitting up when I start to put pressure on his shoulder. Leaning back to pull his elbow up and pushing his wrist to rotate his shoulder for the pressure for the submission. C grip to the floor to capture. Make a figure 4, then release your thumbs. Make sure your punching knuckles are over top of the forearm. No thumbs. Your wrist should be deep and turned downwards to take out any slack. Switch your hips, step over the head, and lean back to pull his elbow up into the air, exposing space underneath his arm so that you can rotate the wrist and the shoulder. The north-south version is started the same way. Capturing the wrist into a figure 4. Switching your hips and stepping over the head. The foot that stepped over his head can be used as a base point to push and then pull your partner up onto his side. Drop your knees, one over top of his near side bicep that you can't see here, and the one behind his back is down on the ground with active toes. This will expose a lot of area behind his back to rotate his arm.